Calculating the length of one-dimensional array. Formula for finding the length of one-dimensional array is L is equal to UB minus LB plus 1. Here UB is upper bound, LB is lower bound. Then L is equal to upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. See, we can consider one example. Integer A of 5. Array name is A. Then here A of 5, these are the subscript starting from 0 to 4. So, lower bound is 0 and upper bound is 4. So, how can you find out the length of this array? L is equal to upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. Upper bound is 4. Lower bound is 0 plus 1. That is 4 minus 0 plus 1. That is equal to 5. So, the length of this array is 5. Representation of one-dimensional array in memory. Elements of the array are stored in contiguous memory locations. One-dimensional array elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. Then here we can consider what is the base address. It is the address of the first element. Base address means it is address of the first element. Let P be the position of the element. Base of A be the base address of A. Then how can you find out the address of an element in the array A? The formula is location of A of P is equal to base of A plus W into P minus LB. Location of A of P is equal to base of A plus W into P minus LB. Here P is the position, base of A is the base address, then LB is the lower bound, W is the word per memory cell. Means if you are using a character array, it will be 1. If you are using integer array, W will be 2, like that. We can consider one example. See here, how can you find out the location of this C or location of A of 2? Here P is 2. That is, we are going to find out the location of A of 2. Then the formula is base of A plus W into P minus LB. Then here what is the base address? 1000. Plus here it is a character array. So W will be 1. Then P is 2. Here this subscript of C is, or index of this C is 2 position. 2 minus LB. Here lower bound is 0. Base address plus W into P minus LB is equal to 1000 plus 2. That is equal to 1002. See, address of A is 1000. Then the address of C will be 1002. Using this formula, we can find out the address of all the elements like this. Then basic operations on one-dimensional array. First one, traversal. Second one, insertion. Then deletion, searching, sorting and merging. We have discussed this before. Operations on linear data structure. The same operations we can apply on this one-dimensional array also. Then first operation, traversal. It is the process of accessing the elements of the array exactly once. Accessing each element exactly once. Then how can you write this? Traversal algorithm. Let A be the linear array with the lower bound LB and upper bound UB. Step 1. One for loop is using. For location is equal to LB to UB. LB is lower bound, UB is upper bound. Then process A of LOC. That is, first it will process lower bound, then lower bound plus 1, like that it will continue to upper bound. Suppose one array A of 5. Then lower bound will be 0 and upper bound will be 4. Then first it will process A of 0, then A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. Next upper bound is A of 4. So it will process A of 4. Like that it will traverse the array. Then how can you write the traversal program? See, hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, class traversal, private data members are one array, maximum element is 50, then n is the number of elements in the array, I is one variable, then two functions get data and display. In get data, we are reading number of elements in the array, that is n, then the elements of the array. How can you read the elements of the array? We need one for loop, then for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, if the array element is a of 5 means it will read 0, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3 and a of 4. Like that it will read all the elements. Next, in display function, the elements of the array are for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, then see out a of I. Means suppose if the n is 5, then it will print a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3 and a of 4. In display it will print all the elements. In then creating one object, then calling that two functions get data and display. This is the program for the traversal of array. Next, searching an element. Searching refers to finding the location of an element in a linear array. There are two types of searching. Searching means finding the location. Two types of searching are linear search and binary search. Linear search and binary search. Today we can discuss the linear search. What is this linear search? It is the simplest method for searching, and in linear search, one element is comparing with each element in the array. In linear search, we are comparing one element with each element in the array. Then linear search algorithm is, first we are setting the location to -1. Location is -1, and then in for loop, if the ELE is equal to A of I, location will be I. Then, and it is repeating, and after completing that for loop, we are checking the location. If the value of the location is less than 0 means first we are setting the location to -1. So if the value is less than 0, we will print search is unsuccessful. Okay, that is it will search element one by one. ELE is comparing with each element in the array. So we can consider one example. Suppose this is the array A of 5. Okay. Then first we are setting the location to -1. Here we are finding out the location of 44. Find out the location of 44. For that, first we need to search this 44 with the 10. That A of 0. 44 for loop is starting from 0 to n-1. So first 44 is check with the 10. 44 is equal to 10 or not. Here 44 is not equal to 10. Next, that 44 is checking with the next element, that is 20. 44 is not equal to 20. So next it will search with this A of 2. That is 44. Here 44 is equal to A of 2. So the location is equal to location of 44 is equal to 2. That is, if ELE is equal to A of I, location is equal to I. Here 44 is equal to A of 2. So location is equal to 2. So it will print that location is equal to 2. Then suppose we can consider one element 100. Suppose we need to search one element 100. What is the location of this 100? First we are setting the location to -1. Then here see 100 is not equal to A of 0, 100 is not equal to A of 1, 100 is not equal to 44, 100 is not equal to 67, 100 is not equal to A of 4. So, here we are not getting the location of that 100. And finally, we are getting the same location, a location minus 1 itself. Then, in that algorithm, in step 3, we are checking if location less than 0. In that case, location is minus 1. Minus 1 means less than 0. So, it will print search unsuccessful. That is, if that element is not there in that array, it will print search is unsuccessful. See, one more time, you just read that algorithm. In the first step, here we are setting the location to minus 1. Then for loop is starting from 0 to n minus 1. All the elements. Then each element is comparing. First element is comparing with the A of 0. If that element is equal to A of 0, we can print the location is equal to 0. Like that, it will comparing with each and every element in that for loop. After completing that for loop, here we are checking that location less than 0 or not. If one element is there in that array, we will get one positive number for this location, 0 or one number. Then if that location value is not changing, it will print search is unsuccessful. That is, in linear search, we are finding out, we are comparing one element is comparing with each and every element in the array. Like that, we are finding out the location. See here in this example, we can consider 44 is comparing with the 10, 20. A of 0, A of 1 and A of 2. In A of 2, we are getting that location. So, location will be 2, A of 2. 44 is equal to A of 2. So, LOC is equal to 2. And 2, then finally here we are checking if location less than 0. It is not less than 0. So, it will print that location is equal to 2. Like that, it is working this algorithm.